Hello and welcome back to our channel. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about this Palestinian woman who recently, made a TikTok video, and in her bold words, she stated that she declared that she doesn't care about the oppression faced by my brothers and my brothers and my sisters, urging them to instead to focus on the genocide in Gaza. Okay, so this striking statement has sparked outrage and conversations, with many suggesting it's a reflection of growing tensions as we approach the pause in just like 9 days. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And we are witnessing a lot of Palestinians are revealing their true colors. I've made a few videos about, Palestinian people coming out for Black people because of this. It feels like this has been building for a long time. Like they feel like it's time to let it go and let Black people what they really feel about us. Okay, so please join us as we watch these clips, and make sure you leave your own thoughts in the comment section down below, and I'm gonna give my own 2 cents at the end of this video. Let's watch this.
And y'all literally could not see past your own fucking issues, your own fucking comfort, or whatever the fuck. I don't care how oppressed you are in this country. I'm sure people are gonna come over and say, yes, me, I'm saying this. I don't care how oppressed you are in this country. Nothing justifies genocide. It costs you nothing to employ that leverage.
No, it cost you nothing. Casting a vote, the leverage you're talking about, that might have cost you nothing. But for some of us, the ability to cast a ballot actually cost everything. I'm so glad that y'all are finally coming out and being honest. After months of emotional extortion, trying to convince people that a vote to keep Donald Trump out of the White House is the exact same thing as an endorsement of all of the horrors taking place in Gaza right now. Thank you for finally saying the quiet part out loud, because it was always clear to us that y'all didn't care. There is no way that you could care about marginalized communities and not be concerned with the impact of a second Donald Trump term, because the logic never made sense. Supposedly there's no vote that you can cast to help the people in Gaza, but also don't you dare cast a vote that would help the women bleeding out in hospital parking lots because doctors are too scared to treat miscarriages. All to prove a point to Democrats, who, again, based on your logic, are people so removed from the harm that people are living through that they need to be taught a lesson. The lesson being sending them home to their wealthy, privileged lives while the rest of us have to suffer under a second Trump presidency. No, the truth that you just accidentally but helpfully illuminated for the rest of us is that it's never been about people. No, it's been about you being right. It's been about you being able to sit on a moral high horse and claim to have clean hands while the rest of us get dirty and have to deal with the truth about what participating in a democracy actually means. Everyone loves to cite the civil rights movement as their North Star. Oh my God, what would I have done back then? All the while helpfully forgetting that when people were risking their lives to cast a ballot that you now just casually see as leverage, their choices on the ballot weren't between what y'all like to call the lesser of two evils. No, they were risking their lives when their options on the ballot were between two people who likely would have called them the N-word to their face. And now y'all have the audacity to try to tell us we should just forget about all of that and follow your non-existent plan? Yeah, no thanks. It took for us to get 10 days out from the election for y'all to finally admit the truth that you don't care about people. You don't care about the impact on the rest of us if Donald Trump is back in the White House. Let's just hope it's not too late for everybody to receive this wake-up call and make an informed decision about who they're gonna vote for in November.
I don't care how oppressed you are in this country. I'm sure people are gonna come over and say, yes, me, I'm saying this. I don't care how oppressed you are.
You see, that's the thing you're confused about. We know you don't care. We know you don't care. We recognize, we see who you are as you move with proximity to whiteness, to the causes of Black and brown people across this country. We know you're kind, right? Like, we know how you're going to show up and virtue signal to the rest of us. And then the truth comes out, you don't care. We're clear, we know that. That's why we're not listening to you. That's why we recognize how absolutely harmful you are. That's how we recognize that the thing that you ask of us can't be given, because guess what? Our lives depend on it. Have you forgotten about Marcellus Williams that 2-3 weeks ago lost his life at a state-sanctioned unaliving, where the evidence clearly proved that he was innocent because of the 3 justices that Trump appointed to the Supreme Court? Do you think it is beyond us to understand suffering? The fact that you think that you seem to know more about suffering and marginalization than the rest of us is a testament to your privilege, to the white privilege with which you move through this world from cause to cause, telling us poor lowly people what we know or don't know. I'd invite you to check yours, check that privilege when you come to us and suggest to us what we should be doing. The cause of solidarity is not to set aside the suffering of one set of people so that you can throw a temper tantrum, ma'am. The cause of solidarity is to move collectively with a plan, one that I did not hear you articulate well at all. What I heard you say is, don't give her your vote. Do you know what that leads to? Do I need to remind you of Marcellus Williams again? The very thought, the very idea, the very audacity of you to show up on this platform and lecture us on suffering is infuriating enough. The audacity of privilege that you show up with to utter those words is a reminder of why people like you should not have a voice in conversations like this, because you twist things, you weaponize words. Audre Lorde said it best: the master's tools will never tear down the master's house. But yet today you showed up wielding the tools of white supremacy culture to try to browbeat people into your position. That very same privilege, though, that very same privilege with which you moved with today, if I were to say something like that about any other situation going on in the world, people would fillet and skew me because it's vile. It's nasty work. You, my friend, you can have the day you deserve, but insofar as I'm concerned, I won't be taking lectures from people like you because you have no business telling us how to use our vote or our voice in this country. People like me swang from trees for this right. And so if you think that you would dare presume to lecture us on what we should be doing, you've lost the plot. You see, I recognize that you are emotionally extorting people and a virtue signaler, doing all of that from a cell phone born of a genocide in the Congo. I too am using that cell phone because it is how cell phones are made. It doesn't mean that I don't want better. It doesn't mean that I haven't used my voice to try to elevate the cause to change it. It means that change takes time. And yes, time is an ingredient in that conversation. But for you to tell the rest of us that you don't care, go and have the day you deserve.
Okay, so as we wrap up today's discussion, let's reflect on the recent remarks made by this Palestinian woman that have stirred up the significant controversy. So, in her TikTok video, she openly stated that she doesn't care about the oppression that my type of people in the US go through, insisting that their focus should instead be on the G side in Gaza. Okay, so this statement, I find it it is offensive. Let's call it as it is, okay? So this statement has drawn sharp criticism and sparkled a wider conversation about solidarity and empathy among marginalized communities. So, and it has raised a lot of it raises important questions about our collective struggle for justice. With just 9 days to the pause, many are interpreting her words as a signal of Palestinians revealing their true colors. I mean, this is not the first video that I've made about Palestinians coming out like this on Black people. This is not the first time. I've made a few videos like this in the past. And it's not like I'm making things up. Yeah, like, you know how TikTok is. Anybody can go on TikTok and they express themselves like that, and that is one of the reasons why that app is not going to be anymore in the US. So it's as if she's been waiting for the right moment to express these sentiments, but at what cost, guys? You know, this is like it's been a time bomb. Oh no, I said that on YouTube. Yeah, I said it, okay? What's troubling here is the potential for this division at a time when unity is crucial, okay? And instead of fostering understanding, her comments seem to add more salt to wounds already felt by both communities. if she needed support from Black Americans, I mean, all she needed was, she had to ask. Simple as that. The world is facing so many challenges. I mean, the world is going through so much at the moment. And in moments like this, empathy should be our guiding principle, right? Yeah. By dismissing the struggles of others, it not only shows a lack of empathy, but also risks perpetuating divisive narratives. This can also fuel, some kind of way of a white supremacist ideologies that thrive on division and conflict. Though I want to emphasize that this interpretation may not be universally agreed upon. I may be wrong. Guys, feel free to please correct me in the comment section down below. What we need to know is, what we need now is renewed commitment to understanding each other's struggles, not pitting one against the other. The fight for justice is multifaceted, and it thrives on solidarity. Okay, so as we navigate these challenging discussions, let's strive for compassion and support one another. The strength of our movements lies in unity, not division. I hope you get that, woman. Thank you guys for watching. I encourage you guys to share thoughts in the comments section down below, how we can foster better understanding among communities. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, just do all those nice things for me. It will push the video out there. Stay tuned for more depth discussions as we are heading towards the polls. Yeah, now I'm beginning to sound like I'm going to be voting. I'm not going to be voting, by the way. I'm not in the US. Okay, so subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and I'll definitely see you in my next video. Please stay peaceful.